Hey there and welcome to Matt's Garage. Well, today I'm going to be fixing the convertible top on this 2005 PT convertible. And what's going on is the top basically comes about halfway up and then stops, and I can hear the hydraulic motor making a lot more noise than normal. So those are indications that it's low on fluid. So we're going to get in there and confirm that, I guess, and top up the fluid. So I'll show you the process in doing that. So I'm sorry I won't be demonstrating the problem here today because I don't want to ruin that pump. So every time I try it, it's hard on it. Okay, so we're going to access that hydraulic pump from inside the car. We're going to have to get into the back seat area to do it. Oh right, you have to pop those seats from the trunk area. But just in the trunk opening in the corners here, that's your pulls to release your seat backs. I already did that. And then I just want to let you know about something really important to know on your convertible is this screw in here. You see it's just a flat blade screw, and you loosen that by turning it counterclockwise, and that'll relieve the pressure in the hydraulic system for the convertible top and allow you to move it up and down manually. So that's what it is a manual override for your top. You won't be able to normally just push your top up or down because you won't be able to overcome the hydraulic pressure in the system, and it might even damage the system if you tried. So that's what you need to do in that scenario, is loosen that screw off. Okay, with our back seat flipped down, you can see these two 13mm bolts here, and I don't know if there's more to come out beyond that, but for now we'll take those out. I think there's more to it than that. Okay guys, there's like 6 push clips across the top of the back of the seat here that hold it to that panel, and I think once you get that off you can see more of what's holding this on. I've got my favorite clip pliers here. Yeah, there's 2 more 13s back here. I'm able to roll this whole panel back enough to access them now. One right here and one right here, just on the outside edges of those headrest bumps. So I can get in there with the impact. Just like everything on a PT, it's very accessible. And they are the same size, length, everything as the other ones. So it's just going to be 4 identical bolts. You don't have to worry about mixing anything up. Now this whole unit should come out, and because of the seat belts it's only gonna come out a little bit, but that's all I need. Okay, those clip up apparently. That, and there we go, that's what I was looking for. The pump's just right under here, and these are just velcroed to your top, just like so. This is that strip I was talking about, so it has these push clips, like Christmas tree clips, whatever you want to call them. And there's a variety of tools that are meant for that you can use, and you can also just use a couple screwdrivers or whatever to get them worked out. They're not rocket science. Okay, so that panel's not going to come out of there, but our pump is right here. So as far as I can see, in fact I'm just going to use this foam to hold this up, and I will show you the pump. Okay, well here we go. This is what we're working with. You can see the fluid level through the transparent reservoir, and this is where you add fluid through that Allen screw there. So I'll go get a set of gallon keys and get that removed, and we'll go from there. It doesn't look like it's actually low according to the information I found. It's supposed to be about 1/2 inch from the top of this reservoir, and it is. I found conflicting information on that though, and somebody else said it should be right up to the bogging of the plug here, the bogging of the threads. So we'll just take that plug out and kind of see where we're at there. And now you can see where that screw is sticking through that hole in the bogging. That's right through to the trunk. And there's just these 2 10mm nuts holding the whole unit in place. So pretty simple. And if you were to change it, to remove the lines, there's just a Torx head screw right there that holds both lines in, and another one right there that holds both those lines in. And then just the 2 electrical plugs, you pull up that tab and you depress that tab and those pull right out. Okay, well, if I can get into it, I'm going to actually put some of this in. They recommend ATF, but at this point, obviously, the system has some problems, so I think the stop leak will only help, and this is basically hydraulic oil too. So I would recommend using ATF as they recommend, but I'm going to try something different. Now, this is 5mm, but it is super in there. I already broke one of those multi Allen key tool that I had, you know, the ones that they all flip out of. Well, it broke right in half, so I went and got a proper one for my ratchet, and we're gonna try that. Yeah, that got it. And one thing, you want to make sure you don't operate the system with this plug removed. I believe it will spray out everywhere. So I don't know, I'm just gonna try adding a little in there and see. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be feeding down there at all. Oh, maybe a little. Yeah, I've seen a bubble. Okay guys, a aerosol straw does work, like from a WD-40 can or whatever, and then I'm using a syringe, and that actually fits tightly inside the end of the syringe, so it works really good, just like that. I already got a bit in this way, and then I had to add more to the syringe. But you have to force that straw down through a hole in there into this reservoir, and now most of it will go in the reservoir. You can see I'm getting it in, hopefully. So I am having to push awful hard. It's like there's resistance. Of course, this is a very small straw to push oil through as well, so. But the level is going up. I can actually see it dripping right there inside the reservoir. Not sure if you guys will be able to see that. Just look right here and you might see it. So I'm not sure how much to add exactly, but whatever's in the syringe is going in there. That'll be the perfect amount, I'm sure. There we go. For now, we'll just put this back. It has a little O-ring to seal it. Make sure you put that back before you test your top. Probably don't need it as tight as they had it, but snug it up pretty good. That should do it. And I'll get in here and wipe everything up once I confirm the top works. Oh, top folds down into this area. I actually think I have to put things back to rights here a little bit. Everything except the seat. So we'll do that. I'll get this all cleaned up right now. Okay, here we go for the moment of truth. I'm gonna call that a win. You could see there was some air in the pump there. That's what made it do that little jump thing. But I think we have enough fluid in it now. So that's where it was sticking before I put the fluid in. It was sticking right there. It would go back down again, but it wouldn't go all the way open. Here's another thing you can check on your convertible. I just got in here with the vacuum, cleaned out that channel. It was all full of leaves and pine needle and debris, so depending where you live, if you park your car inside, it might not be an issue, but just check this area when you have your top. If you have your top in this position halfway down, you can see in there really good. Everything's working good now. I'm going to put that seat all back together, just a reverse of removal, and I also lubricated all these pivot points everywhere. Initially I did that because I thought maybe this was a binding issue, but it wasn't. But that certainly helps. The less pressure the pump has to overcome, the better. So keep everything lubricated and working properly. If you own one of these convertibles, just be aware that the trunk seals can leak on them and make you think the top is actually leaking. But it's just the fact that these trunk seals are all getting old and compressed, and they leak right in here. Water that comes in behind here is supposed to flow down on either side of that seal, like flow around it. But if it leaks, it'll just flow down and leak down around your latch area there. And that is actually just a bad trunk seal. You just need to replace your trunk seal. Only takes about 5 minutes to pull it off and push a new one on. So there we have it. The top is all fixed. It's probably a temporary fix. It will probably leak down again, but if I just have to do that once a year or something, no big deal. So thanks a lot for watching Matt's Garage. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourself a great day.